Gratitude Garden series. So this week in the Mind Fitness Gym, we're looking at the Mind Fitness skill of growing gratitude. So this is the first week, and it's involving giving thanks. So yeah, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Robin Charlton. So I am the Mind Fitness Doctor. And I have had over 20 years experience helping people with their mental health thrive and build resilience. And this is the first month of my Mind Fitness Gym. This is what we're looking at, building to gratitude to build our resilience amongst all of the changes that 2020 has brought. So each week I do a little bit of a teaching about it. Then we do a mindful yin yoga class on the same theme, and we have some meditations and also Q&A. So I just thought I'd share with you guys what this is about. If you're wanting to join the Mind Fitness Gym, then I'll put a link to the sign up page below. So the Gratitude Garden. So what we're trying to do this month is to grow gratitude flowers in the gardens of our minds. So I'm sure you guys know this quote. Piglet noticed that even though he had a very small heart, it could hold rather a large amount of gratitude. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to rewire our brains. So we're trying to form new neural pathways from our negativity bias. Rick Hanson says that we are Velcro for the negative and Teflon for the positive. And so what we're trying to do with our mind fitness skills is to make ourselves more Velcro for the positive and Teflon for the negative. And so Rick Hanson talks about our minds or our brains as being the gardens of our mind. And so we use skills, and I've talked before about SAW to rewire our brains. We use SAW to look at our gardens and accept our gardens for all of its glory, and to take out some of the weeds and things that no longer serve us. But in the Mind Fitness Gym, what we're also looking at is how we can grow flowers in the gardens of our minds by forming new neural pathways. And specifically with gratitude, the 4 different flowers in the garden of gratitude that we are growing is giving thanks, so counting our blessings, which is what this week is about. Taking pleasure in everyday activities, altruistic, I haven't spelled that right, altruistic joy, being happy for others, and self-appreciation. And so why do we practice gratitude? So studies have shown that what happens, particularly in the mid part of our brains, which is responsible for our emotions and our memory, is that we increase both serotonin and dopamine. So we actually improve our happiness, but also increase our motivation. And usually when we're expressing gratitude, we're connecting with others. And so that increases our oxytocin, which is also our connection and feel-good hormone. So those are 3 good reasons to practice gratitude. And so how do we do it? How do we grow these flowers in our minds? So not just gratitude, we're looking at self-compassion, all the other mind fitness skills. So we use, let's just move this, we use heal to grow the flowers and to rewire our brains. So for example, I always talk about sunrises because I love sunrises. So if I'm down at the beach, maybe at Tamuri, watching the sunrise rise out of the water, I have a positive experience of awe and joy. So I have it, and instead of just going, ah, that's a nice sunrise, I then stop. I stop, I enrich it with all of my five senses. I see the different colours of the light on the water, the textures in the sky. I may be listening to the lapping of the water and the birds in the sky, or just what sounds are around, maybe even the sounds of dogs and children around us. What's the smell? Maybe the smell of the sea or newly cut grass. So enrich it with really feeling into my senses, coming to my senses in the present moment, and then I stand there and absorb it into every cell of my being, taking 3 deep breaths, really savoring it and absorbing it into every cell of your body. And L is optional, so it's linking it with negative experiences. But yeah, it's so easy for us to go, oh, wow, that's a beautiful flower, or that's a nice sunrise, and not really stopping and looking. These gratitude series are in memory of my friend Jude, and she has said, enjoy life. Life is short. There is much wonder in the world. You just need to stop and look. So maybe we can use this heal to really stop and look. So this first week, what we're going to do is we're going to practice giving thanks. So we're going to have the Mindful Yin Yoga class, which is based around cultivating these skills of giving thanks. We're going to have a gratitude meditation for connection. And then I'm giving you some mindfulness skills that you can practice in everyday life. They're optional. You can do what you would like to do. So I'm sure a lot of you do this already. I've renamed my gratitude journal my Gratitude journal. Apparently every day during lockdown, Jude would write one thing she was grateful for on one side of her letterbox, and then a joke on the other side of the letterbox. So everybody that was walking past during lockdown would look forward to her gratitude journal on her letterbox. So yeah, we're talking to someone at the funeral, and we're going to rename our gratitude journal. So writing a daily gratitude journal, either in the morning or at night, maybe writing 5 to 10 things that you were grateful for in the day. We can think about these things, but science has shown that if we actually write them down, that are far more effective at increasing our levels of happiness, motivation, and connection. So you can do that formal practice, but you can also do the 3 blessings contemplative practice. So every morning as you get out of bed, just pause and actually do that thinking about what are the 3 things that are blessings in my life, and that will start to frame the way that you get up and think about the day. And so yeah, doing that first thing in the morning and last thing at night is actually quite a good practice to do. Just writing thank you notes. So I'm not the best at this either, but just writing notes, putting them in your kids' lunch boxes, writing a note to your kids, putting it under their pillows, maybe just writing thank you notes for people, writing thank you emails, just writing little thank you notes. Or you can actually It's not meant to be there. Or you can actually write a letter of appreciation to somebody in your life, outlining why you appreciate them and why you're grateful to them for having them in your lives, and yeah, just things that have been happening in my life. It's really important to do that to people before life changes. Maybe even writing a letter of appreciation to each member of your family. And so research has shown that this is really integral to our well-being. It improves depression, anxiety, even in improving physical health. So yeah, blood pressure, cholesterol, lots and lots of studies about how gratitude can increase our mental and physical well-being. And it can really change your life. A researcher that's a big researcher, and this is Robert Amons, and he just got people to practice a gratitude journal for 1 week, and he found that their happiness levels increased by 5% after. So they did it for 1 week, and then a month afterwards they took their happiness levels and they had increased by 5%, but then that accumulated, and then after 6 months it increased by 9%. So just having a gratitude diary habit for 1 week has improved people's happiness, let alone for longer. And there was also studies in the workplace that found with bosses that wrote letters of appreciation to their members of their staff, that retention rates and happiness in the workplace were increased. I don't know, I can't remember the amount, but by at least 50%. So retention rates were up to like 80% for staff members that received those letters of appreciation. So gratitude is a powerful catalyst for happiness. It sparks the light that lights a fire of joy in your soul. So that's Amy Collette. And then I'll also leave you with Jude's words. Life is short. Enjoy it. There is much wonder in the world, like the sunrise that is over Sullivan's Bay with the bird. One of the pictures that I've taken. We just need to stop and look at it. So namaste. This is the first week of giving thanks. So maybe picking one of those skills today that I've talked about.